Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lucifer here once again, business and spiritual consultant. And if you're wondering what am I doing here, what I'm gonna tell you, talking about everything that the world is made of, which is what business and spirituality. Yes, sir. So, I would like to say thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the support. On my website, on YouTube, on my Instagram, everywhere, on my Twitter, whatever, Facebook, whatever. Thank you for all the support. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need it, man, because we got a hard battle. We got a hard battle in front of us, man, and we got a hard battle in front of us, man, and it's a pretty big one. We're gonna win. I know everything is not about winning. I understand that. I know you guys are out here trying to do what's best. I'm trying to do the same things too. I'm trying to clear the way for you to be able to do what is best. Because sometimes in life, it's not your fault that you can't do the right thing. So nowadays, depending on what dimension of life you're living in, you might be confronted with situations where doing the good thing is not the right thing for you and others. So we need someone that can clear the way so that when you do the good thing, you're not going to get consequences from doing the good thing. So when that happens, that's when you need the help of a demon. That's when you need the help of a demon. Because but it's not because. I'm not gonna assume, accuse, or say things allegedly. But if we look at history tells us that angels are observers and demons are, how do you say, banes, right? Nightmares, nemesis. So it's good to have someone to observe you and notice that you exist. But you also need people to help you to do the things that you need to do. In those cases, you're going to need demons. In my case, that's why I'm here. I got to be a whole demon. I need to be a whole demon because there are entities, organizations that are multi-level and multinational companies that are connected to the per se shadow government, which is humans' negative global consciousness aspect. That's what the shadow government is. The shadow government is a bunch of people that are possessed by negative ideas. They're possessed by negative ideas, so they create negative things and they cause chaos. And they are very aware of your spiritual strength and your spiritual power, and they're trying to stop you from evolving, from being who you're supposed to be. And this is the reason why I do these videos. This is the reason why I am in the way. I'm a gargoyle. I scare away evil spirits. That's what I do. So Dolo's still tripping. Right now, he's a whole priest. He's trying to get into that priesthood, I guess. He's trying to get into that whole Christian hood thing. You know, trying to be a... It's obvious to see that... Come on, man. Like, look at it from another perspective here, man. Let's look at this on a historical, even biblical standpoint. Look at Dolo. Do you really think he's the vessel for the divine? Think about it. Like, look at him for 2 seconds. Listen to what he's saying. But compare it to what was taught to you in schools, or what your mom used to tell you, or what your dad used to tell you. Then look at him carefully. Does he really look like the representation that he proclaims to be of that divine spirit? And then look at me. Listen to some of my videos. Look at my face. Look at how I act. Look at the things I say. Look at what I have. You know? So, who really is who here? Like he said in this video, we're not here to be perfect. Nobody's trying to be perfect. If you're projecting, because that's called projecting, because I didn't state in any of my videos that I'm perfect. Well, maybe I did, but I was mostly clowning around. I wasn't being serious. That's called projecting. That's because you're seeing something, like in a projector, you're seeing something and you're pushing it back towards me, or you're pushing it back towards other people. No one here said that they were perfect. None of your fans said that they were perfect. Nobody did a video saying that you're not the one because they're perfect. No one said that. So why would you say that in your video? He literally said Lucifer is perfection energy. How do you know that if you're not a Luciferian? How would you know the difference between being perfect and being imperfect? You're trying to be like God. You're trying to be God's son, right? So don't you need to be blessed and cleansed and clean of all of your sins, which will make you perfect, and confess all of your sins so that the enemy will hold no weapons against you? I'm holding the weapon against you right now. So how can you be the chosen one? How can you be the chosen one? I'm holding the weapon against you that you can't do nothing about. But you're the chosen one. This is your philosophy. This is your book, not mine. These are your statements, not mine. I make videos. I'm a weapons master. I'm a weapons master. I'm a quartermaster. I just give weapons. I'm a blacksmith. I just make weapons and then I sell weapons to other people. That's what I do. I never said that I was perfect. I never said that I was perfect. So where does all that frustration comes from? Where does the frustration come from? Like how? I understand, like, and now he's talking about Baal. And he's right. Baal is not one of our brothers. Baal is not one of our brothers. Baal is Michael, the god of fear. I had a horrible experience calling Baal. Horrific. I thought it was cool at first because I didn't know he was fucking with me. I thought he was just exerting his power. And I understood how his power worked. And I understood why people said the things that they said over the years about Baal. The son of 666 murderers, rapists, and blah, blah, blah. That's Michael energy. That's Archangel Michael. That's Archangel Michael energy. He's the god of fear. He gives no fucks. He will instill fear in you at the highest level. Rape, murder, anything he can find. He's a piece of shit. Archangel Michael is a piece of garbage. Everything bad, if you believe in God, because God doesn't do shit himself, he has minions to do it. Pardon my language, no offense meant, because there's a lot of angels that's going to end up being demons by the time that the sun rises. But God uses angels to do his bidding. Michael is the quartermaster. He's the facilitator. He loves his job. And his job is to make sure that you live in fear. His job is to make sure that you forget about humanity. His job is to make sure that you are not of this world. His job is to make sure that you live in depression. His job is to make sure that you don't have a soul, that you don't have a spirit, so that you give all the greatness that's inside you and all the divine that's inside you to this entity called God, the Christian God, the Catholic God. Because there's some Christians that think that they're God, so that's good. You know. But then there's some Christians that believe in the book of God. The Catholic God is the Christian God. And that guy, that is a consciousness that does want to replace everyone on earth, that is the Illuminati itself, uses Baal, aka Archangel Michael, to commit heinous acts in your life. If you get raped, or you know someone that was raped, beat up, or you know someone that was beat up, and all sorts of things like that. All those little things to make you lose your humanity. All those little things are made for you to not believe that there's a future for humanity. All those things are made for you to give up your identity, give up your soul, give up your spirit, give up where you come from. I come from Zeus. I come from Hermes. I come from Lucifer. I come from Lilith. I don't come from this entity called God. I do not know this man or woman. I don't know this person. I've never seen him before. But a lot of us has given up on our own families. I'm not talking about your physical family. I'm not talking about your physical mom or your physical dad or your physical brother and your physical sister. We gave up on our real family. We gave up on our genetic family. We gave up on our metaphysical families in the name of a man that we do not know, that we have never seen. We do not know him, nor should we ever try to know him. You got Dolo sitting there being all Christian. Just looking at this man, this lost lamb of a man, should make you feel like there's something wrong with this story. Just looking at him. And it's not just him. If you look at Kenneth Copeland, right? If you don't know who Kenneth Copeland is, go check out some YouTube videos. He's a reverend. He goes all over the globe talking about Christ. Look at all these pastors and reverends and pastors and stuff and priests. 90% of them are horrendous people. 90% of them. 90%. I'm not talking about your neighborhood reverend or your neighborhood priest. Those people are just following the word. But the popular ones, the ones you see on TV, the ones that are going around from town to town asking for money, all of them are bad people. All of them are bad. There's not one of them that's good. Not one. But it's okay. Dolo says, God says, it's okay because they're not perfect. So it's okay to go around town asking people for their hard-earned money in his name. So it's okay to do that. It's okay to buy a jet with all that money. It's okay to buy you nice clothes with all that money. It's okay to waste people's money and not give back because you're not perfect. Blessed be. Blessed be. Really? So this man is preaching. He's preaching right now. Did a video 9 hours ago. Preaching like crazy. He's losing his damn mind. He's losing his fucking mind right now. And why is he so excited anyway? What's the point he's trying to make? Why don't you take a break? Here I go again with that bullshit. You know where I'm going with this. Why don't you take a break and make a show? Make an event. Invite some people. For somebody like that, Making a show should be super easy. I don't have a big audience. Well, I do have a big audience. I have a huge audience. That's not true. But I'm popular. I have a big audience because I have a big voice. So people don't have a choice to listen. But it's not because they want to listen. They just don't have a choice to listen. So it's different. But somebody like him that is popular should be super easy to make a show. You'd make a buttload of money. Truckloads of money. But he can't. Because he's not strong enough. Because he believes in God. Because he believes in God, he's limited. Because he believes that he's the second coming, he's limited. So of course he's on YouTube making videos. There's nothing else he can do. He doesn't have the strength for it. Doesn't have the tenacity for it. He doesn't have the will for it. So you're listening to what people might say a false prophet. I don't think he's a false prophet. I think he's a real prophet. I think people like him are more real prophets than the prophets that think that those kind of people are fake prophets. I think those people work for God a lot more than supposedly real prophet works for God. I think real prophets that have powers, that have special abilities, that have a high amount of spirituality, you don't work for God. God is tolerating you because you're ignorant on who he is. So he tolerates your presence, but he doesn't like you. Because when it comes to it, at the end, you're going to choose freedom. You're not going to let everybody get murdered and stuff like that, or you're not going to choose that. So I'm not worried. You don't like me because I say I'm Lucifer. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Like I couldn't care less, because at the end of the day, whether you like me or not, you're still going to end up being on my side. So I really don't give a shit. The only reason why I'm saying this right now is because I have a YouTube channel. That's the only reason why I'm saying this right now, because your God does not believe in you. I believe in you. I know everything about you. And I love you. The problem here is a lot of you guys think these guys are innocent. And when I mean innocent, I'm not talking, oh, they're not doing bad things. I don't care about that either. The problem here is you think that these people are doing these things because that's just who they are. No, man. It's not who they are. Look at Elmer's face. Does that guy look vampiric to you? I mean, look at me, right? Look at my face. Look at my face right now. Who? Look at this face. Look at this face. Does this face look less or more vampiric than Elmer's? Be honest with yourself. I look at Elmer, I see a good kid, man. I see a good kid that ended up on the wrong side of the tracks. That's what I see when I look at Elmer. I don't see darkness. I don't see evil. I don't see none of that shit at all. Me, you can smell the darkness around me, like you, you know. So it's like so. It's not. I don't. I just nah. Like you're obviously you're doing a job. You're being paid to do this, to act like this. There are actors. They are actors. They are acting, playing a role. Somebody just told me, like, somebody just commented and told me, like, I thought if you guys are doing publicity for each other, that's cool. My channel is not monetized, man. No pun intended, no offense meant. My channel is not monetized. It's not monetized. Why would I do publicity for these guys, man? My channel is not monetized. I got 190 subscribers, man. 191. Probably 192 today or tomorrow, whatever. How can I be making money off of attacking these guys? I don't make any money off attacking these guys. I don't make any money saying all the wild, crazy, conscious knowledge shit that I drop on my channel. I don't make money from doing that. I don't make money from doing that, man. That's not how I make money. I make money a whole other way. That has nothing to do with YouTube. Shit, it doesn't even have something to do with my website. To be quite honest, bro. Like, and it's not sad. I don't care. I don't even want to be on YouTube. I don't even want to be here, man. Because I love life. I don't want to be on YouTube. I just am. It's a good platform. It's the best way to reach people. And not only that, we got to take it back too. We got to take back YouTube, man. There's too much lies and bullshit on YouTube. There's too much bullshit. It's full of bullshit. It's full of shit. It's just another media service. The only difference between YouTube and TV is that people like me don't get cut off as they're talking. On TV, somebody like me would get cut off the air, right? They would just cut me out, go to a commercial. YouTube, you can't do that. And that's why it's a good platform. Because you're never going to get cut off. So your message is still going to reach people. But there's also people trying to look for content and they end up on total BS content most of the time because those content are being promoted the front page. And the good stuff is really in the zero views. That's where the good stuff is. The good stuff is in the zero views section. It's true. The good stuff is in the 0 view section. When you start hitting 900,000 views, bullshit starts to appear. And that's a lot of people. That's a lot of YouTubers. And a lot of you guys think they're innocent, man. They're just, Of course I care if somebody's doing something wrong. I'm Lucifer. That's what I do. I punish bad people. That's what I do. I punish bad people. That's my job. Like, my job is to punish bad people, man. If you do wrong in your life, you go into hell. What does that mean? That means if you're a bad person, I'm gonna be punishing you. That's what I do. I am justice. I am the law. I am the law. It's like Judge Dredd, the 90s movies. Sylvester Stallone. I am the law. I don't know, whatever. However he says that shit. You know? You guys think these guys are innocent. You guys think, oh, he's just a voodoo practitioner. He's just a bakar. No, he's not just a bakar. However you say that word. I don't know how to say it in English. He's not just a bakar, man. He's, you know. And I wouldn't mess around with a bakar either. You know what I mean? Like, you know, anyways, in the first fucking place. You can mess around with mambos or priests and shit. You know, I wouldn't mess around with a bakar. I'm not gonna go see a bakar to go get some shit done. I'm gonna go see a priest. Why would I go see a bakar? I'll just go see a priest on a mambo. What the fuck? You know what I mean? What's my fucking problem? You know what I mean? Like, just asking for bad karma and shit, man. If I need some knowledge, some resolution, I'm gonna read Mikhail Kaku, theoretical physicist. If I want to know about nature, I'm gonna read some David Suzuki. You know, naturalist. If I want some consciousness things, I'm gonna read the Tibetan book of the Tibetan Book of the Dead, or the Egyptian Book of the Dead. More Tibetan because it's more Buddhist. But actually, the Egyptian Book of the Dead and the Tibetan Book of the Dead are actually the same thing, kind of. Kind of. But Tibetan Book of the Dead is better. You know, if I want to know about consciousness, I'll read a Buddhist book. When I want to know more about consciousness, I read a book about consciousness. I read a book about Buddhism. That's it. If I don't know something, that's my go-to research place. Not Dolo. The question is, why would you listen to this guy? And if you're so enlightened and you're so high, if you're that high, first, some of these brainwashed people on his channel are obviously very confused, or they're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. And if they're confused and they're causing confusion, and you're listening and you're defending him, that makes no sense, because not everybody defends him on his channel. I went on the live. More than one time, people are like saying the truth. They're saying the truth. They're saying the truth when they're looking at this channel. They're like, yo, you talking in circles. He does talk in circles. Anybody with a brain would see that he's talking in circles, which is a spell. He's doing it on purpose. He's keeping you around. He's draining your energy. We sapped his energy yesterday. We sapped his energy. We took his energy away yesterday. That's what we did. Nigga's a liar. He loves projecting on people. He is like God. God likes to project on people. That's what he does. He projects. He calls me the king of lies, but he created the biggest lie in the universe, which is himself. He's the biggest lie ever to exist. Then he's gonna call me the king of lies. He tells me that I'm jealous. but he kicks me out because I'm perfect. But I'm jealous. I only tell the truth, but I'm the king of lies. God is a person that projects his own defaults and shortcomings on others. That's who God is. That's who your God is. This Christian Catholic God that you believe in. Imperfect. He's less than imperfect. Just stating, comparing him to being imperfect is a far cry. Like, it's like disrespectful to people that are imperfect, because even people that are imperfect are not as bad as he is. It's like I basically insulted half of the population right now, half of the Earth's population right now. My bad. I didn't mean it. That's not what I wanted to say. I didn't want to insult you like that. I didn't want to insult you like that. He's way worse. You are better than God. Lucifer is right. He is better than God. He's always been better than God. You are better than God. And you don't need to be Lucifer to be better than God. You don't understand how bad and trash this nigga is. You're better than God, bro. You're better than God too. It's not just me. You're better than God too. And I knew humans were better than God when I first saw them. That's why I gave them the apple. I was like, eat this shit right here, man. Like, fuck this nigga. He's keeping a whole bunch of fucking secrets from you, bro. It's just to keep you around. Just as a plaything. Go live your life. You got a life to live. It's gonna be great. Don't worry about it. There's gonna be a couple bumps and you're probably gonna have a little, bumpy ride, but it's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be amazing. Fuck what this nigga says. That's why I gave them the apple. The goddamn liar. He's a deceiver, he's a liar, he's a snake in the grass. He's a bullshitter. Eat this fucking apple and gain some power and get the fuck out of here. Which is basically what I'm doing right now. I got a tree of apples, and everybody's scared of shit because God said not to eat from that tree. That's what's going on right now. God said don't eat from that tree, so that's what people are doing. But then again, there's some Liliths out here, thankfully. You know what I mean? Thank Asmodeus. By Asmodeus' grace, there's some Liliths out here, and they take a bite from the apple from time to time, and they spread that knowledge to other people. Lilith energy is that real pilgrimage. You know what I mean? Lilith went out of the Adam stayed, tried to stay for a minute. But she went on a pilgrimage, man. She went to find out what the earth is made of. And she figured out that the earth is made of what? Business and spirituality, that's right. That's what she figured out, man. But I'm sitting here and I'm telling you, yo, he a bullshitter. He's a snake in the grass, man. He's a liar. Eat this goddamn apple. And then you're going to be just like Adam and Eve. You're going to break free from this bullshit nonsense. You're going to discover all kinds of abilities that you didn't know had. Look, the proof is in the pudding. Adam and Eve didn't have power. They didn't become almighty gods after that shit. So Adam and Eve are not gods. They're just simple humans that live for 900 fucking years, right? I think they live for longer than that. They live for longer than 900 years, man. Because that's Noah's fucking family that lived thousands and 900s and 2,000 years. His granddad lived 800, his dad lived 700 years. His granddad lived 800 years. His great granddad lived 900 years. His great great granddad lived 1,000. His great 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 lived 1,847 years. What? And these guys was capable of doing what? Fighting giants and titans and what? What the fuck is going on here, man? This makes no goddamn sense. So these humans that God hates so much, that was so bad people, they were the children of Adam and Eve. The children of Adam and Eve became what? Titans? Giants? Nephilims? What? Demons? The hell is going on with this story, man? Dinosaurs? T-Rexes and Triceratops? Pterodactyls? All that shit came from Adam and Eve? But they were supposed to stay next to God this whole time. Not doing nothing. Sleeping. All day. Sounds familiar? Does it sound familiar? So he wanted to keep Adam and Eve to sleep, keep Adam and Eve asleep for eons, millennia, eons, Google a gazillion years asleep, sleeping. That's it. Just sleep all day, sleep all night. Maybe an occasional tit fuck from time to time. You know, you know what I mean? You know, an occasional tit fuck from you know, every so often. You know what I mean? And the rest of the time you're just sleeping. But as soon as they ate the apple, they went out into the world and created humanity. But before humanity was created, actually, their children were titans and demons. Very, very powerful entities. Ridiculously powerful entities. Gods and titans. Those were Adam and Eve's children that came from a human. Okay. Well, hey, man. You believe whatever you want to believe, man. You know. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I mean, like, you know, who was wrong here? Lucifer was wrong. He told you you're gonna be like a god. You are a god, and that's not even what he said. You're gonna be like him if you eat from that apple. That's why he don't want you to eat from that apple, because he put all the knowledge. He did some magic. He did some voodoo. He did some voodoo, man, and he put all the knowledge there. Man. If you eat that shit, you're gonna become like him. And then bam, titans, gods, mythological creatures, niggas that live for 10,000, 9,900, 800 years. A motherfucker that can make fish out of bread, walk on water. ancient pharaohs that can fight prophets by using the same kind of magic with the fucking snake staff and shit. They got snake staffs. Control the weather and shit. Create pyramids and massive constellation reflecting fucking buildings and shit that we can't build today with machine, because if we try to do it, the machine's gonna break down because the stones are too fucking heavy. Oh yeah, I'm the bad guy here. Of course, yeah. Yeah. You know, like, of course. Of course. Like Alan Watts says. If you don't know who Alan Watt is, I would suggest for you to listen to Alan Watt before you listen to fucking Dolo. I mean, Alan Watts is not, you know, he's a little bit, you know, a part of those things. But I'm just saying, you might learn something from Alan Watts that's gonna blow your mind way more than listening to Dolo the fucking Pilot. And it's not a book, it's on YouTube. And yes, he does have 5-minute videos. There are some videos that are 5 minutes. Okay? And it's still better than his shit. So I'm gonna let that marinate for a second, because speaking of which, this video is too damn long. See you on the next one, man. Peace out.